I like to think that we're a safe space where people can come and be creative, particularly if you thought you weren't very good at art. If you don't have the time or space to do that, if you've had children and you forgot that you did art at school or found that you were creative and you need somewhere to go for your mental health.
The Bishop Stortford Community Podcast is all about shining a light on the businesses, community leaders and local legends that make our town a great place to live. But behind the scenes, to run the podcast, it does cost money. So we've set up a simple way for you to support the podcast through the Giving Lottery. It's just £1 per week, and every week you're in with a chance to win a prize. And a portion of that money goes directly into supporting the podcast and creating more stories and more interviews like today's. If you'd like to support what we're building here, the link's in the show notes. Thanks in advance for your support. Okay, back to the episode. Welcome to the Bishop Stortford Community Podcast, the show where we shine a light on the incredible businesses, community leaders and local legends shaping our town. I'm your host, James O'Donnell, and today we are joined by Jessica Melton. Jessica, great to have you on the show.
Hi, thank you.
Jess, for those of us who don't know you yet, who are you and what do you do here in Bishop Stortford?
So I run the Little Arts Workshop. It is a predominantly pottery painting and clay modelling studio in Bishop Stortford. I took over from the former owner 7 years ago, so we've been going 7 years and growing ever since. So it's pottery painting, clay modelling, but not just a clay studio. We run arts events and host other networking communities and things like that in the studio as well.
Fantastic. So who's it for? Who can come in and play?
Everybody, absolutely everybody. We have babies come in, newborns, baby prints. We have dogs, dog prints. Yes. We have families. We have children's parties, hen do's, baby showers, 80th birthday parties. So yeah, it's absolutely everybody, really keen on being a fully inclusive space. It's quite difficult when you kind of try and pinpoint your ideal customer because there is no ideal. Everybody is welcome. Yes. Yeah. So it's everybody can come basically.
Fantastic. So what's the mission? What are you trying to create a space for?
I like to think that we're a safe space where people can come and be creative, particularly if you thought you weren't very good at art. If you don't have the time or space to do that, if you've had children and you forgot that you did art at school or found that you were creative and you need somewhere to go for your mental health for that. So basically that we're an inclusive, welcoming space. That I think particularly that art is seen as a 2D form, but I'm a 3D artist, and the fact we use clay and pottery makes it in some ways more approachable. So yeah, so it's just to be a creative hub.
And I love the fact that you're open for everybody to come down and try it out. I know my eldest thinks he's an artist, which means he is an artist.
He is. Everybody is.
And my 3-year-old absolutely loves painting kind of those little clay figurine things that you get for birthdays and things like that. So what would that kind of event look like if we brought a 3-year-old in? We just leave them with you for an hour?
No, it's all supervised and parent led as well. So we would give you the space with your 3-year-old to come in. You choose something from the shelves to paint. There's a whole range of things within different budgets. So prices start at £4 and go up to the odd, mostly the maximum is 40, but the odd thing is like 50 for the gigantic platter that's once in a while. But most things are around about 15 to 20 pounds. So it's approachable, and you've got a place where you've got all the tools there to keep your kids engaged. We are mainly art based. We have a cafe for light refreshments, but we're not a cafe. So we focus on the art. And then, yes, of course, you can have a drink and a toilet stop while you're there, because 2 hours is a long time. We have stickers. We'll give you a talk about the process. So particularly a 3-year-old needs to understand the pottery process process that it's then going to stay with us and go in the kiln. For younger ones, we might explain that it's the kiln fairies, but we say it's the heat process. But obviously, I like to pretend that we've got magic in the workshop as well.
You don't have magic?
Well, we do, but we
Yeah.
create it.
Okay.
It's a scientific process. But we do have fairies in there. I've sometimes caught them on my cameras. They might be dust fairies, but they're so fast that they could be real.
I completely understand that. I think it's so important for these kind of spaces for parents and children to come in and experiment and play. Do you do any other kind of classes that people can come to?
Yes, yeah. So we do an after school art club on a Tuesday. At the moment, it's Key Stage 1 and 2, so it's only primary ages, but we split the sessions. So we've got a Key Stage 1 session up until about sort of 7 or 8, and then we have a Key Stage 2 session 8 until the end of primary school. But we're quite flexible with that. If you think your child's a bit younger, they can join the younger one and so on.
Lovely.
Yeah, there's so much. I don't do it all on my own. I couldn't possibly. So I have got an amazing team behind me who assist with all of that and all the processing of the pottery and everything. It's quite a big wheel to keep turning.
Yeah.
But I don't want it any other way. I want to keep it that it's open, that it appeals to a wide audience, and we're approachable for all those different things.
So a couple of questions. How old do they need to be for you to do the drop-off sessions? Is it from Key Stage 1 onwards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the art club is Key Stage 1 and Key Stage 2 for the art club on a Tuesday.
What time is that on a Tuesday?
The Key Stage 1 is 4:15 for an hour, and Key Stage 2 is 5:30 for an hour. So we clean up in 15 minutes between.
It's a tight turnaround.
It's full on. It's full on.
It's a great offering there, Jess. It really is. And I hear you're getting out into the community even more than just at the terrace. Where else are you off to?
Yes, so we do collaborations with other organisations. So yes, the Terrace Cafe, Park Cafe is the one with the terrace tails, and we've got a pop-up at Pacer, which is the Sicilian-led wine bar. I think you met Raphael the other day. So they're in town. We did one and it was fully booked, the first one. It was absolutely rammed and really great fun. And so we're repeating that tonight, and I'm sure we'll have some more in the future.
So what does that look like? So you got your wine in one hand. Is it a paintbrush in the other? How does it work?
Pretty much, yeah.
Really?
We turn up with what you need from the studio. So we have paint boxes in the studio that have your basic colours. We also have like a paint station, a paint bar with hundreds of other colours of the pre-mixed glazes. But we'll bring a few to Pacer. So we're choosing Italian colours, your rich blues, your lemon yellows, your citrusy colours, your teals for the fish and lobster colours, things like that. So there'll be a few of those along the bar. Then we've got inspo sheets of Italian themed pottery. And then with your ticket price there, you get a mug, plate or bowl, and you choose that when you check out for your ticket. So I'm taking along just what you need. If you want another one, you can buy it there. But most people spend the evening painting, deciding, talking, eating, drinking, and then just, painting their theme items. So yeah, we've gone with the Sicilian route because when I met Raffaello and I went in the space, it was just that's what had to be there. There's loads of collaborations that's what I'm all about. We also collaborate with Grace Makes Dough, and we have a pizza night once a month with her. So when we first did that, bookings were literally 50% her customers and 50% ours, and that's just great because it spreads both audiences and introduces something new to both of our custom bases. So yeah,
it's one of the things I love about Bishop Stortford is that all the independent businesses, they understand how collaboration works and they really do support each other in all of their different endeavours. I think it's fantastic. Do you cook the pizzas in the kiln? Am I being an idiot there? Can you do that?
No, she brings her pizza ovens along. Although at the last one, because I normally eat my pizza cold because I don't have time to eat it hot when we're running the event. At the last one, I put it in the kiln that was still cooling, and it kept it warm for longer.
Brilliant.
You
That's a real collaboration, that is.
you
How do you
can cook
collaborate
in
with
a kiln.
with our kilns and our ovens?
Yeah.
So what's the best way for people to follow you and come down and give everything that you've been speaking about a go, Jess?
The most up-to-date stuff is Instagram, because it's very quick and easy for me to go on there and post something. So Instagram and Facebook, they combine. It's at the Little Arts Workshop. We do have another Instagram page, which is at the Little Arts Workshop Uncut, where I put the rude items that people paint. So my page is family friendly, and then we've got another option if people want to put a swear word on their pottery or something, I will share it there.
Links to your socials and links to the website so people can book in and come down and make you super busy, Jess. That's the aim. And I'm sure there will be people out there that are interested in everything you've been speaking about today. It's really fantastic. Are you ready for some Stortford Spotlight questions?
Go on.
Excellent. These are 3 super fast questions that we ask every guest that comes onto the Bishop Stortford Community Podcast. First question. If you could put one sentence on a billboard in Jackson Square, what would it say and who needs to hear it the most?
Okay. The first one is, you're not bad at art, you just haven't been given the right space. And that's basically because we have so many people come in and say, terrible at art, and what one experience shouldn't form your view and your confidence. Everybody is good. They just need to have the right tools, equipment, the right space to work in. So that's what I would put in Jackson Square. I think everybody needs to hear that.
Yeah. More people should be doing it, trying it out, feeling relaxed enough that they can give it a go. Question 2. Where do you go in Stortford that you secretly hope never gets too popular?
I have to say the Smokehouse Barbecue Kitchen, run by Sophia and Charles. It's on Cockrell, on the main lights there. So it's a small and intimate restaurant, but family run. And God, what Charles doesn't know about meat. It's not posh food, it's finger food, but it's so rich in flavour and lovely. I hope it doesn't fill up, but equally everybody's got to try it. It's just juicy, succulent, amazing food. They have veggie burgers, and even their fish is really good. They've got a salmon on the menu that's really nice. Yes, and I took my mum and stepdad there for Mother's Day, and I was worried with their age how they'd feel about the food, but we had a roast and they were both absolutely raving about it, the beef brisket.
Fantastic. What a great recommendation for them. What do you go for? What's your main?
I like to go with my husband on a date and we have a mixed meat platter thing, because although he doesn't like sharing food, I like sharing food. And it's okay because there's enough there.
There's enough, yeah.
He'll give me his coleslaw, I'll give him an extra bit of meat, and we're happy. And I think because it's measured as well, there's like 1 rib each. He can cope with that level of share.
I like it when you go to a Japanese restaurant and there's an odd number of things for you to share. And I think it encourages good communication, negotiation in couples.
Yeah,
I think it's
who's going to have that last bit? Yeah. It's something to talk about, and playing with your food. It's like art, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's something tacit that you can have fun with.
Right. Question 3. Who's doing something special in town that more people need to know about? So
actually, you briefly mentioned it, is Jackson Square. Jackson Square Community Space. So they're using up the shops. Obviously, they have the bit outside, but they're also using up the shops that are vacant. At the moment, it's Claire's Accessories, but it moves around. It's been the former game store before, and they've given us access as well. But mainly, what they're doing is brilliant because it's giving space to artists, charities, community organisations. A former member of staff who's an artist just had an exhibition in there, and he's an amazing talent and was able to have that platform. You have things like Bishop Stortford Art Society, you've just had Art Vibe at the weekend. So it doesn't matter how big or small your organisation is, you get art fairs from Cards for Bravery and things like that. So what it's doing is giving a platform to people who can't afford a shop, who can't necessarily afford high street. We can't, but we get to be present in town and offer what we do, or a community of artists offer those guys a stage and a platform.
It's very much the kind of Henry Moore approach, isn't it? Where it's taking away the kind of the overly poshness and unaccessibility of art and putting it where the people are, so that rather than people having to go to an art gallery, it's where the people are and putting it on display for them. So I think it's a great space for that. And I saw Art Vibe there at the weekend, and yeah, I think it's a really great shout out. We'll give some thumbs up to Jackson Square for that. I think it's a great initiative.
Hayley runs it, one of the managers there, and well, she does all the bookings and things along with Michael, who's the manager there. But but Hayley puts a lot of work and thought into it, and I just think it's a space that we don't want to get lost. And I think she's fought for it when they have lost a shop. I think, combined, they're seeing that it is a valuable asset.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Very good idea. Right.
Yay.
Jess, where's the best place for people to find you online and get involved?
On our website and on our Insta pages, Insta and Facebook. So our website is thelittleartsworkshop.com. I think you're going to put the links in there too. But or just come in and ask us about it if you're passing. I've not said where we are.
Go for it.
So we are on South Mill Road, and we've been there all the time. It's a slight hidden secret. We are the other end of the road to the theatre, to South Mill Arts, and it's not on the main road, the road that comes behind the theatre, South Mill Road. We
will link to that. We'll put a maps reference in as well, so people can come straight to you. That's fine. Jess, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for joining us today on the Bishop Stortford Community Podcast.
No worries. Thank you.
No worries. If you've enjoyed this episode, the best way to support us, to support the show, is to hit follow, leave a quick review on YouTube, Apple or Spotify, and share it on your socials, or maybe someone in town who's not on social media but should be giving art a go. Go and talk to Jess at the Little Art Shop and see what magic they might be able to sprinkle on your works. And if you've got someone great that you think we should feature on the show as well, drop their name in the comments and I can reach out to them to feature them. Maybe someone from Jackson Square, who knows. Jess, again, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast today.
No worries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.